Hello friends, so today we are going to learn the aggregate functions in a SQL which contains the mean, max, count, sum, average, group concat. This is MySQL specific function, string aggregate, SQL server and Postgres SQL, variance, standard deviation and count distinct element. So what is the aggregate functions? Aggregate functions in a SQL are used to perform calculation on a set of values and return a single result. They are often used to use in a conjunction with the group by clause to summarize data based on the specific condition, specific columns. So take example of below diagram. We have the key and value pair, like key is a A and value is a number. So when we apply the group by on the keys at that time, it perform the groups of A, B and C. After that we apply the aggregate function on that. So take example here, we apply the sum as an aggregate function. So it basically combines the result of A equal to 12, like 5 plus 7 12, B equal to 3, 1 plus 2 3, and C equal to 6 plus 4 10. So basically aggregate functions work with the group by clause. So we have the employees table which contains the ID, employee email ID, first name, last name, age, hire date, gender, salary, and department ID. Department ID is a foreign key which points to the primary key of the departments table. So basically we perform the aggregate function on the salary and age column only. So the first function is mean function. Find the minimum value in a set of values. Syntax of mean function is select mean column name from the table name. Example, select mean salary from the employees. So basically this line returns the minimum salary of the employee. Next one is max. Find the maximum value in a set of values. Select max column name from the table name. So example is select max salary from the employees. So this line return the maximum salary of the employee. Then count function. Count the number of rows in a set of in a set or number of non-null values in a specific column. So syntax is select count column name from the table name. Example is select count as a total employees from the employees. So basically this return it counts all the rows from the employees table. Next one is sum function. Calculate the total sum of numeric columns. Select sum column name from the table name. Example is select sum salary from the employees. Next one is average function. Calculate the average value of a numeric column. Syntax is select avg column name from the table name. Then example, select avg salary from the employees. This line return average salary of all the employees. Then next one is group concat function. This is the MySQL specific function and not work in other database. Concatenate the values from multiple rows into a single string, not available in all SQL databases. So syntax is select group concat column name, then separator. We specify the separator here and from the table name. So example is select group concat name separator is a semicolon, sorry, comma and space as a department names from the department. So basically this line returns all the department names in a single row with the comma separated. Next one is string aggregate function. This is the SQL server and Postgres SQL using a Postgres SQL. Concatenate the values from multiple rows into a single string with specified separator. So syntax is select string agg column name, then separator as a concatenated column from the table name. Then select string agg name separator as a department names from the departments. So next function is variance function. Calculate the variance of a numeric column showing how much the value deviates from the average. Select variance column name from the table name. Example is select variance salary as a salary variance from the employees. Next one is standard deviation. The function is std Calculate the standard deviation of a numeric column which measures the amount of variation or dispersion dispersion from the average. So select std column name from the table name. Example is select std salary as salary standard deviation from the employees. Next one is count distinct function. So count the distinct non-null values in a column. So select count distinct column name from the table name. So example is select count distinct department ID as a unique department ID from the employees. Next one is aggregate function. Next is aggregate function with having clause. So having clause used to filter group based on aggregate values, similar to how where is used to filter the rows. So when we apply the group by in our SQL query, at that time we cannot write the condition or we cannot filter the data using the where clause. So at that time we are using the having clause. So having clause is basically used to apply the condition on the group by elements. So take an example, select e dot department ID count as a total employees from the employees as e group by e dot department ID and having count greater than 10. So basically this query returns all the departments which contains the employees more than 10. So when we apply the aggregate function, at that time we need to consider the performance. So indexes on the performance, indexes on the columns used in aggregate functions can improve the performance, especially for the large data set. Next one is efficiency. Aggregate functions can be resource intensive, particularly with a large data set. So consider optimizing queries and using appropriate indexes. Aggregate functions are the powerful tool in SQL for summarizing and analyzing data. So now we check the each aggregate functions in a SQL command line. First we change the database. Then first we check the employees table. So basically we are fetching all the columns and all the rows from the employees table and order by salary ascending. So basically it arrange the data in the ascending order. So let's see. So here is the minimum salary and 95K is the maximum salary. So we check our first function. Our first function is min function. Let's see. So minimum salary is 55K. Next function is max function. Max salary is 95K. So also we can apply this one. You can use a multiple aggregate function in the same query. So here our maximum salary is 95K and max age is 50, like here. Or we can use the mean here. So let's see. So max salary is 95K and minimum age is 25. Next one is count. So we have total 18 rows in the employees table. So count is used to measure the number of rows from the table. Next one is sum. So the total salary is this. Next function is aggregate function. Sorry, next function is average function. So the average salary is 72K and the average age is 33 point something. So next function is group concat. So this return the single row with all the department names in a comma separated way. So by default it takes a comma. So if we change the separator, then it use the separator which we provide. So next one is string aggregate. So we cannot use the string aggregate here because it is not supported in the MySQL. Next one is variance. So it returns the variance value. So next is standard deviation. So it returns it calculates the standard deviation value of salary column. Next one is count distinct. So it returns the first department which has the more employees, more than 3 employees. Sorry, we are using the distinct count function. Sorry, my bad. So it does the six value. So it basically counts the unique department. So next one is aggregate function with having. So we just execute this query, aggregate function with the having. So here we use the aggregate function called count to count the total employees. After that we apply the group by on the department ID, and after that we apply the condition on the count, like count is greater than 3. So it returns the one department with the total 4 employees. So thank you guys. Thank you for watching the video. Please like, share and subscribe to the channel Software Study Lounge.